with the pizza shop diorama coming to a wrap, I have no commissions on the table right now, which is great as it allows me to work on some other projects. So generally speaking, commissions always come first. So somebody hits me up and they want a commission, unless I'm working on a con, which I don't do often. I'll put everything on hold if I'm working on a commission. So because I don't have one, there's a perfect opportunity to jump into this. So this 3D printed storefront, I already did the sides months ago. So the sides, I painted them in brick, I did a little graffiti, and then I kind of put a poll out there to see what people thought would be a good idea for a storefront. I got a bunch of good ideas, but the one that I think is probably the best is a bakery. I've never done a bakery, and I also feel that with a bakery, you can kind of get fun with the colors that you use. You can kind of look at something like funfetti type cakes where the sprinkles are all different colors. So, and I also feel like with these 3D printed pieces, they take spray paint. Spray paint looks way better on them than acrylic paint, in my opinion. So I have this light blue. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the majority, not the majority of it, but everything outside of these pieces are going to be light blue. So I think just the framework, the outside, it's all going to be this cap tool cool blue, and then I'll figure out some other colors that I can create for the rest of them. But it's going to be all kind of pastel based, those type of colors, and then I can figure out how I can hang like a donut or something like that. So this is the project I'll be working on as of today. Alright, so the first step is done. So I painted the whole thing in this kind of powder blue. And so I think the other two colors I may use are going to be like a raspberry or purple. Kind of a light color, not too dark. And then some sort of yellow. So what I think I'm going to do is, because a lot of it has to do with taping, so what I may do is just paint these window borders and kind of the sides here in one of the colors, and then paint these insides in the other color. Maybe the yellow will go on the insides here, and maybe even do the bottom, these bottom parts in one of the colors. I'm 100% not sure how I'm going to go about it, but I do like how well spray paint adheres to this. I painted it earlier during my break, and I just left it outside for a couple hours, and it's not sticky. It's looking good. What I may do is I may wait a couple of days just to make sure it really cures, and then so that when I tape it and I remove the tape, it won't affect the paint job. I did paint a little bit onto here, so I'm going to test that. I'm going to put some tape and then kind of get it nice and stuck on there, and then peel it just to see how it does with that. And yeah, and then this also has another part that's kind of this top part that's going to be in gray, and then the other sides here are already painted. It comes, the filament is a gray, but I used a kind of a little bit darker gray, and so those gray parts with these gray parts I think will look nice, that the colors just encompassed kind of in the middle there. And then the last part is the windows. Originally I was gonna put some vinyl letters on the windows, but what I think I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna use a different technique where I'm gonna put the windows, cut them out, and then put the vinyl letters. If you spray acrylic paint at sealer, what it does is that it makes the windows a little foggy. And then what I may do is peel those off and put a color behind, so that it kind of gives it a cool little look, where it's not too, it's not too present, but it's readable. And I may go with that, so it's not kind of just like loud, I guess, just because it's kind of these colors, these colors are kind of soft. So this is where I am in this process, and we keep going forward. I've advanced to four different colors. So just added the blue door today, and I did this today as well. And it's just using this technique. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to kind of make it as symmetrical as possible in terms of what the paint looks like on this bakery, excuse me. So taping this up and painting it, man, is not it's not easy. It's a pain in the butt. So instead of giving so I'll do the door blue, and instead of putting blue anywhere else, what I'm going to do is kind of just do it on the window. So what I did here is actually, yeah, this comes off. So what I did here is I'm going to leave off this taped up, this, you know, so it'll be kind of blue here, blue here, blue, blue, then it'll be clear in the middle. And so this is the step I'm on, and then once I put that, it'll have a cool little design inside of the window. Then I can figure out what I'm going to do here. I might do like a muffin or a donut or something to kind of give it that bakery feel. I think on the window of the door as well, I'll put the name of the bakery. It's probably going to be Al's Bakery, you know, just because I'm Al. It's the bakery I'm making. So this is where we are in this process so far. This year on my birthday, the day I turned 50 years young, I not attended, but I was a vendor for the first time ever at a con. It was the Boston Toy Con. It was their second annual event. So just got word that the third annual Boston Toy Con is happening on October 12th, so a day before my birthday. So just got confirmation of the date this morning, and I'm running. I just found out this morning, and it's time to create these miniature dioramas that I sold last year. Sold a few, and I was very happy with the turnout of people and the people that bought the dioramas I was selling and the conversations I had. It was an amazing time. So the first thing I want to do is I want to create something that's a little more kind of up my alley in terms of you know, alleyway kind of grungy type scene. So I have this 3D printed window. This piece is like from Home Depot, so I'm gonna kind of create, this is kind of be the look. I'll probably have this wall crumbling a little bit and some gunk, and it'll be brick and cement. So getting to work on this right away, as it is August 28th, I think, and I have till October 11th, essentially, because the event is on the October 12th. So I have a month and 2 weeks, a month and a week and a half. So yeah, let's get moving. Thankfully, I have no commissions on the table right now. I may not take one. It just depends on what it is, if somebody offers or someone's interested. But I kind of lined it up this way because I had a feeling, or I knew this event was going to happen, and I had a feeling it was going to be around the same time. So let's get cracking on this. All right, so this is ready to be painted. It's all carved up. So last year I did Boston Toy Con for the first time. I loved it. One of the things I loved about it is that it was free to the public. So you get a bunch of, you know, just families there just having a good time. And it also allows the people attending to be able to buy some stuff that they like. So had a pretty good day. I sold a handful of these miniature dioramas that fit about 1, 2, maybe 3 figures. So in this particular case, I wanted to do kind of like a little short wall so that you can do a couple different things with it. You can either have kind of someone sitting with his legs kind of hanging this way, or back up against the wall with his legs straight across, his or her legs. So I wanted to create a little extra. So what I also love about cons, or this particular con, is it allows me to be a little creative and just kind of look around the house, see what I have to use. And I have a bunch of these windows still to use. I had a handful of these guys, so I get to work with the vent and kind of get that all grimy up and figure out what the background for the window is going to be. And you know, it's magnetized here in these 2 spots here. Use some smaller magnets. So yeah, so I'm excited. This will be the first of, hopefully, let me set a goal for myself right now. I have a month and a week and a half, so I have maybe 5.5 weeks. I'm gonna see if I can create 8. That's the goal. Let's see. And this one is all set. So this will be the first, as I had explained in the beginning of this video, at some point before this clip, the first of hoping to get 8 ready and finished by October 11th. October 12th is the show, so I got to make sure that everything's ready to go by October 11th. So this is a first one, and just so you guys get an idea, here's a G.I. Joe classified firefighter, so you get an idea of the size of this dial. So the reason I like these little dials is especially for cons. Again, this is only my third con. The first time I ever did a con was last year, this very same con that I'm going to do. And obviously I'm going to have footage for you guys when I do that con. But the reason I like these smaller ones is because it's really difficult to sell bigger dioramas at these type of events. You know, people are buying other things, and it's just, you know, the bigger it is, the more you have to kind of wrap it up and make sure that it's safe, you know, safe for the client to take it with them. I don't want any pieces to break or anything to happen to it. So these little ones are perfect. And also it's a price point thing. I mean, it's difficult for people to drop $250, $300 on a bigger diorama, where something like this, you know, 75, 80, 85, 90 bucks. I'm not sure what I'm going to price this yet, but in that range. Even the smaller ones, this is or the ones that aren't as detailed, I definitely sell them for cheaper, just because, or for excuse me, more expensive, just because I love making these, and I love when people grab them, because a piece of my art went with them into their home, and it's something that they can look at and pose their figures on and have for a long time. And it's kind of cool. I mean, again, I started doing these dioramas because I love action figures, so to have a setting for them, a background for them in their scale, I think is super dope. So if you're a collector of action figures, you can get a smaller diorama. It doesn't take up a lot of space. You can put it almost anywhere, and this is kind of why I like going with these smaller ones. So this is the first one. Next video, I'll be working on another one, hopefully maybe two in the next video. But coming up is just my shenanigans this past weekend, last weekend of August 2025. And so I went out to a couple different cookouts, and I went to just a Walmart, you know, toy hunting, and so forth and so on. So this will be it for the diorama portion of this video. And coming next, I think I'm even going to do like a sneaker unboxing or something like that. But anyway, you'll see what's coming up. Alright, quick little trip to IKEA, because one of the things I want to do for the Boston Toy Con is get 3 shadow box frames, so I can create 3 of those for the show. So we just got into IKEA. It is Labor Day, the day of labor, and yeah, let's go get those shadow boxes. Alright, so here we are at the shadow boxes. And I remember paying way less than this, but I got them on clearance. And I also would need the inside to be a little bigger than that. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. Let's see. Like something like this. That's still a little bit too small on the inside. Let me see. This is the opening. This opening's okay. But I don't know if you can put the glass. I think this is just deep. We'll see. We'll figure it out. So I ended up getting 2 of these. It doesn't give me a lot of room for a dio piece, but let's see what I can do. And then plants. Who doesn't love plants? Look how dope this is. colors of these. This is dope. I love this. Oh, look at this cactus. That's, looks like cause. Oh, that's a crispy one. Okay.
She likes it.
Nice. Wait, Angel didn't come? Where's Angel?
Jose said he didn't come. Come on, look. Some of the, if you guys want food, some of the ones that are cooked.
Yeah, Jose's gonna get some plates. There was no more plates here.
You're gonna ruin your hair with.
Ray Ban Meta, they're recording right now.
Are they recording?
Yep.
Utensils.
Really?
You can see the blinking light, right?
Oh, you got the video.
Yeah. Yep.
What? Tell me how that works.
Looks like I'm gonna have to make you sign an NDA.
Turn that off.
Should have signed that at the door.
Alright, so we are at Jimmy's crib, and this is his backyard. This looks amazing. So this is the top of the backyard. Yeah, there's food there. This is dope. Look at the sink. Look at this space, Shelly. Wow, like a little sofa right here. This is a dope space.
When we get in the car later, we're gonna Google this address and we're gonna Zillow the prices.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. So while I was in San Francisco, I saw a Chic store, and I don't know if you guys know, Chic has been around since 1991. They have over 100 stores, but mostly all in the West Coast. So I had to go in and see if I can find something. And I found some Nike Air Max 1s, surprise, surprise, ESS Premium, so Essential Premium. Let's check these out. Look at these. Look at these. So I loved, I had a pair of ACG Nikes that were exactly this color, and I think I have a picture somewhere. I have to look. But I loved, as soon as I saw these, first of all, they were on sale for $80, so that was easy enough. But I love, first is the Nike Air in the back, which is in gold. It's like an embossed gold, which is amazing. And then like the hairy, fluffy suede is pretty dope as well. The laces are, they almost feel like they're hollow, and they seem like they're a bit thicker, and the material is different from normal Air Max 1s. I love kind of this material here, this kind of nylon type material, and how it's kind of a blue slate. And then I love this almost cherry red, and by cherry I mean the fruit color at the bottom here. So yeah, these were an easy cop, man, and they were put in my suitcase and the box was crushed, but that's all right, I fixed it. But yeah, feeling these. Little speckle on the bottom there. The air bubble seems to be probably that same cherry red color, but yeah, really like these.